everyone, and welcome to another episode of In Conversation. Now, today we are here to talk about a unique solution that aims to address the challenges faced by community managers and facility managers alike. Now, the impact of the commercial real estate industry post the onset of the pandemic has been witnessed by all. And one of the key trends that we saw during these times was the steady adoption of smart building management and an integrated approach towards maintaining the assets. Now, when I was looking at the various solutions out there in the market, it was Netix Global that kind of caught my eye. Now, with a strong focus on a sustainable smart buildings, smart cities, and energy efficiency, made them kind of an apt solution provider to give us an insight today into how one can adapt to becoming a smart community management. So talking to us today is Mr. Sanjeevv Bhatia, the CEO of Netix Global BV. So thank you so much, Mr. Sanjeev, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here and to give some insights about what we do.
Definitely. And I want to start off firstly by asking you, what exactly is smart management according to you?
Well, anything which makes things efficient, faster, and productive is smart management for me.
Right. And of course, what kind of challenges do you see now, especially among community managers or even FM service providers, especially after the buildings that have been started to reopen post the entire COVID-19 phase?
Well, there has been additional responsibility, as we all can understand. There is responsibility of social distancing, giving a clean and hygiene environment, sanitization on regular levels. But more than that, I also feel that giving clean air quality, indoor air quality is very, very important. So that's become very important for facility managers to take this further.
Right. And can you kind of elaborate a bit on the kind of advantages that intelligent integrated command and, of course, the control centers can offer?
So, as I mentioned, that clean air quality is extremely important. So basically, fortunately, industry bodies and experts have come up with clear guidelines around the kind of measures that can be taken. Of course, frequent deep cleaning, identifying the sanitation status of specific areas in the building comes into play. HVAC settings and indoor air quality are crucial as well. For instance, with the use of filters with minimum MERV 13 rating, temperature settings at 24 to 25 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity of 40 to 60% have found to restrict COVID-19. So definitely the control command centers play an important role. How? Is because speaking in general terms, there are several advantages for managers who are empowered by the data-driven time insights, okay, which are live for workforce as well as able to have intuitive interfaces with all relevant information on time, as well as the occupants have a touchless controls and continuous status updates. Along several additional features, being able to implement remote management of operations and predictive maintenance of assets is another major plus, especially given the social distancing with restrict the size of the on-site teams. So
Right.
that's major advantage. So basically, in short, optimizing all embedded automation systems will allow building owners and operators to run linear operations and save running costs and minimize the return on investments.
Right. It's quite interesting. And of course, we've seen Netix Global kind of develop over the last few years. And what kind of plans do you have for the company in the future, especially, when it comes to adding more value to the activities of, the FM service providers, as well as to add services to their end users?
Well, we are working with major developers across the globe, I would say, specifically in UAE. we started building our own control command center with one of our service arms within the group called ODS Global, much before the COVID. And we were asked questions basically that, why do you need this? And I said, this is the future. And we never knew that COVID would happen. And this has become a norm, I would say. And we realized that there are some futuristic developers who were already having their own control command centers. And they uh, they are witness to the whole thing, and they have been saying that they would have not survived if they had not had this control command center. So we are educating people, we are educating developers, we are working with major developers, as I said, and we have ended up, I can't name all the projects, but I can tell you we ended up doing 77 buildings with one developer. Then we ended up doing 12 banks with a 12 buildings of a prestigious bank. We ended up working with certain major malls out here across UAE, across Middle East. And I can name one of the developers, Damac. We took up all the 24 towers maintenance. So it has actually worked very well for us, as well as we are giving in return what the developers need. As I mentioned, optimizing their assets and giving them real-time data, which is the need of the hour now.
Right. True. Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjeev, and thank you for being a part of our in conversation as well. And it's definitely a pleasure to learn more from you, more about industry insights and what we can expect in the future as well.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much. Thank you so
You.
much.